So I wanted to give a brief demo of some of the capabilities I built into this bot I've been working on called Simply Lumina. So Simply Lumina is a Discord bot with a bunch of capabilities. So this is Discord, and this is Simply Lumina. For instance, I can say hello, and like any LLM, Simply Lumina will answer. It's a bit slow because I do a lot of work behind the hood, but there we go. She can keep track of my to-dos. There we go. These are some of the to-dos that I recently added. She can generate images and equations. She can render images. So there you go. So basically, Lumina is an agent with a bunch of capabilities I built into her on top of an LLM. Which LLM? Well, the LLM is swappable, right? I can use any LLM I want. Not all of them support all capabilities, but it's a swappable LLM. I usually use OpenRouter, so I can pick whatever LLM I want. One of the capabilities I recently added was the ability for Lumina to edit her own access code. So what I did is I built a separate service called Maestro, which is running on a different task, a different Python job, which is providing a bunch of services over TCP/IP and the MCP protocol. Let's put some music on while we wait. So as you see, through the Simple Maestro service, a bunch of extra capabilities are unlocked. So there's file operations like read file, write file, changing file, list files, find files, grep files. There's Git operations like git commit, git add, git restore. And then there's process management things. I can tell Lumina to tell the other service to restart her. So how is this useful? Well, let's say we want to build a new feature. I'm trying to think of a feature I want to add today. What if we have a feature that, let's look at our to-dos. What do you want to build? I want to do deep research today. That one kind of works already. That one's a bit tricky to get right in one prompt. Let's try summarization. This might be tricky to do, but let's try it out. I like to have summarization feature where I can ask. Actually, summarization is pretty easy. You just ask the bot to summarize. How about a note-taking feature? That seems useful because I have a to-do feature, but not a note-taking feature. Where's my music? See what she says. Meanwhile, look at the code. So right now we have a clean repository. We're ahead. What's she doing? So one thing I can do with Simply Lumina is I can see everything she does in the backgrounds, like which tool she's calling, because I have a separate channel where I log all tool usage. She's looking at files, looking at notes, listing files, finding files, looking for cogs, looking for models, looking at to-do Python code, how the to-do cog is implemented. She's basically investigating the whole database, the to-do database, investing all the code to understand how it works. She's creating a new file called node.py. Let's see what it is. Should be right here. There you go. A new file called node.py. Right, I haven't even asked her to do it. She's doing all this on her own. So she created a new file called node.py in my repository. What else is she doing? Let's see. She's still thinking. So one of the things I want to do is I can see which active brain tasks are happening, right? So we have a task that's been running for 144 seconds. I have the capability, I want to add the capability to see which tools are being done per task. I mean, right now I can see in a debug child, so she's writing a new file called database. So she wrote a database for node database. Let's see where it is. Right here. So she created a node database. And then let's see. Wrote the file node database, which is this file right here, using examples from other things. She's still computing. She might run out of resources soon because I think there's a maximum number of agent calls you can do before Cloud gives up. But yeah, she understood that I wanted notes, which is similar to to-do. So she looked at what happened is, first she observed the to-do database. How does that work? She looked at to-do cog, which is how I do commands of to-do. Cogs are basically plugins for Discord. She looked at the model for to-dos, and she's exploring all the code and trying to make another version, which is for databases. There you go. She created a node cog now. Let's see, tool usage. I found node cog. So now we have a node cog which does all the logic for nodes. There you go. That's what happens when you use Cloud. At some point, I stopped doing the max iterations. I don't know how to force it to go further. That's something I often run into. Oh, it's a LangChain thing. Oh, because in the max. Okay, so. Oh, this song is terrible. Sorry for the noise. So apparently LangChain has a max iterations, which I'm running into right now. So let's see if I can boost the max iterations for LangChain. Okay, let's go to our agent. Right here. So I create the executor here. And then in the chain of thought cortex, I think it's this one. No, it's the standard cortex, the enhanced cortex. I do a retrieval. I create an agent executor. There we go. And so this needs to change to max iterations is 100. Right now it's 15 is the maximum, so I'm gonna make it 100. And I can ask the bot to restart. So one of the issues is that when it goes down and starts doing all this tool usage, all that context is lost when she comes back to the conversation. Because the way it works is I shove the history of this channel into the conversation as context. But then when it starts doing tool usage, I shove all the tool responses into the context as well. See, she restarted herself, and I see there's a new log file because she restarted. And she should be up again. She's up again. There we go. Let's keep going. That's going to continue. She's still on. Oh, she's good. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to restart her again. I accidentally restarted her again. But yeah, anyway, it shows that I can restart her remotely. Oh, this music is terrible. Okay. Restarting. Starting twice for some reason. Okay, we're up. Let's have her continue the work. Now that she has max iterations much higher. Alright, she's looking at node models, finding files with that pattern, finding the files, reading the files, reading the database files. Let's see what she built in the meantime while we wait for that to happen. I mean, that's quite a substantive amount of code, right? A whole database with a bunch of delete node, get nodes, like all the things you'd expect for nodes. So let's submit not the node stuff, but the extra iterations for the agent. So we have a clean repo with just the node taking features. There you go. See what she's doing. Waiting files. There's no node cog yet, so she probably has to build. What is there one? Oh, there is one. She had autocomplete for nodes. She had autocomplete for tags. View nodes, edited nodes, deleted nodes, tag a node, remove a node from a tag from a node, search your nodes, quickly create a node from the current conversation. Ooh, what does it do there? Gets a channel history. Oh, I see. Alright, let's see what's happening. Writing a file for the node handler and see what it did there. Or is it handlers? There you go. Node handler should be here. Oh, I just put it in the wrong place. Okay, that's fine. She doesn't know that handlers belong in this directory, but that's a small tweak. Do I have a move file capability? I don't think I do. I should add that. I can read the file. AI is still pretty slow, but you know, like it's not that slow. So like if you 10x this, which you're probably gonna get in a few years, then you know this is really good. I guess the model's thinking. Yeah, 3 minutes already of thinking time. That's one of the downsides is when you call the model, you don't know where the time is being spent. Okay, that's what's happening. Write a file, put note handler. Oh, moved it to the right place, right? Because it saw it was in the wrong place. I don't think it has a delete file. Let's see, note handler. Yep. I got the base class wrong. But other than that, yeah, I got a couple things wrong. There's no, like, usually handlers have like this MCP command annotation to say these are commands that the AI can use. But it's not doing that right now, so let's see how far we can push this. Okay. Incomplete chunked read. That's interesting. It's a bug. So I'm asking it to read our own logs. Alright, it's listing the log files. Reading a log, the right one, let's see. 1722, no, that's the wrong one. She's reading the wrong one. 0317, 18, 24, 23. No, that's not the one I want. Oh, it's this one. It might be the one I want. It is the one I want, actually. Never mind. Read process logs. Read process logs. Read more process logs. More reading. So yeah, it's absorbing a bunch of files to see what's going on. There you go. See, it knows what it was doing because it looked at its own logs. Okay. So we need to have some reliability. Okay. Let's remove that file in the wrong location and then tell it that it's doing a good job, but it needs to make these commands for the note handler MCP commands. Let's see. But meanwhile, let's add it to do. Okay, so did add it to do. Let's see. Is it in the list? Yes, the new to do, improve connection reliability. And she labeled it as high priority infrastructure. Okay. Moving back to note taking, so everything's done except two things. We didn't wire up the code to the main, and the note handler doesn't have the annotations. All right, let's finish the task of building this node feature, right? I haven't written any code for this node feature. Only thing I've done is removed one file which was in the wrong location, which she didn't put herself in the right location because she doesn't have remove file capabilities. And other than that, there's all about making the code. Just looking at the code. Looking at an example, looking at a node handler file. Looking at a to-do handler just to get another example, to have a point of reference. Right, because like AI doesn't have to know your code base. It can look at your code, understand how your code base is by reading existing code. Like there's this assumption that the AI has to be trained on your code for it to work well, but that's not true. The AI just has to know the languages and how to write this code in general, and then it can follow patterns in your existing code base, which it often does. Actually, does almost all the time. Like even within Climb, but even within the bot itself, I just say build something and it looks at existing code and builds similar code. Let's play a different song. Let's play something from SoundCloud. The nice thing is the bot is async, so all the capabilities of the bot are async, which means that the bot doesn't block when it's doing thinking. I can start a second thread to do something in parallel, right? The bot doesn't block on a single tool, on a single feature. We're doing a single request. Like it can do multiple requests in parallel. All right, so it's reading the file main. Read file node database. Read file node. So now it has all of the code in the context. So now I should have all the knowledge to actually build the code I wanted to build. All right, so I built a node cog, like I said, which that one looks pretty legit. I made some small mistakes because I prefer hybrid commands, but like it couldn't have known that without looking at other nodes cog. So I'll fix it afterwards. Well, I'll make it fix it afterwards. So let's change the node handler. Let's see what it did. It failed to call the API. Reading the file. Maybe that has a path. Why did this not work? Change the file didn't work. What was it trying to do? Was it trying to use MCP commands? I don't think so. Four minutes and running. If I want, I can cancel the task and stop it from chasing whatever it's chasing, but I think it's on the right path. It just needs to think a lot. You might say this is slow, but look how much code I wrote, right? Like I don't think I could I could write this code. I don't think I could write all this code this fast. Okay, so I made MCP commands now, as you can see. Great. It uses write files just to replace the file at MCP commands. Perfect. So now these commands are available to the AI once it's wired up. Now I should basically finish the wiring up. Let's see, changing file main. Yep, it changed main. Probably to include. Where is it? So it added a node cog, and then it added a node handler. It's looking at its own logs for some reason. I've never seen group cog. All right, I forgot to do the init thing. I'm gonna help it a bit. Please make sure to update the cogs and handlers for imports and I'm still thinking. I'm not sure why it's looking at its own logs so much. Stop reading your own logs. List files. Read files. I guess it's double checking its own work, reading all the files to make sure everything is correct. Reading a no database file. Like basically building up everything into the context. Right now, I'm reading the inits. And let's see if it updates the inits. I read the handlers init or the handlers init first. So let's go to the handlers. Oh, not a cog. So I read the file cog init. There you go. I made some small changes to node handler. Oh, that's when I added MCD commands. So I made .back files whenever it overwrites a file just for safety reasons, but actually I don't have to do it because it's a Git repo. So in theory, you should just be able to look, like I can almost Git restore. Okay, changing file. Right. Which file is this? The handlers. So this should be the handlers now. And yep, it's there. Perfect. I might have to remove the logic that makes back files, but that's for later. Okay, now I update the cog init file to make sure the node cog is imported somewhere right here. But it hasn't added it here yet. Oh, now it has. There we go. Which means in main, the import should be working now, right? Node cog exists. It's no longer complaining about the thing not existing. It's looking at its logs again for some reason. I don't know why it keeps looking at its logs so much. But I like to just let it, I could cancel any time if I wanted to, but I'm just curious where it's going with this. More logs reading. There you go. Oh, I reached, I hit the maximum context length. That's funny, because Claude only has 200k context. But with all that context building, I think it ran out of context. Okay. But it's still computing. It's fun to see what all the things, all the, what's it doing now? Grep files. You know what? I think it has done what I wanted to do. I might have to cancel it. All right, updated to do. So now if I should look at to-do list, it marked it as, where is it? Right, create is new to do. To mark it as completed. I don't like the fact that this icon is a waiting icon for things that are completed, but that's a minor nit. Marked as done. Right. It's almost done with. I guess it's checking its own work and saying everything is done. Okay. Right, I marked this. Oh, there you go. I marked it as done. What's it still doing? I think it's done. But it never responded. That's finished. I'm asking it to restart itself. Let's see what it did so far. Get status. Alright, so we created a node handler and a node cog, a node database, and a node py. Let's see how a node cog is initialized. Where is the database created? Okay, so it doesn't share the database between the cog and the handler. That's a small nit that we could fix. Alright. We created nice argument objects for each thing. I asked it to restart itself, which means it should restart soon. Nope. What is it still doing? I guess it's super eager to do a really good job, like me. Double checking its work. You know, it's taking a bit long. But I haven't custom prompted this AI yet, right? This is I don't have any coding prompts yet. It's just literally just what I tell it in the chat. It has the capabilities to edit code, but it doesn't have. I haven't tweaked the prompting yet, which is the next thing. Like tell it to like be efficient and don't read the same file 15 times over. But those are minor things. Like it got the code, it made the code match existing code base. Let's just see if it works now. And if it doesn't finish soon, I'm gonna manually restart it. Well, it's still working. I told it to restart by doing all this other stuff first to make sure everything is legit. Oh, change info. What did it change now? In node handler. There was an error on the change in file. Sometimes it struggles with arguments. There you go. And now it restarted itself. So in any minute now, you should see a new log file pop up here, right here. There you go. And there we go. We're back. And so if we sync our bot commands. Let's do it in a non-chat version. Note. And there we go. We have node capabilities. We have node delete, node add, node quick, node search. Let's node take. Whoop, that failed. Oh, it's not up. It's rebooted. That's why. Let's see what the notes are. There's no notes right now because it's a new database. Please save in node.flow. I'm not sure why it's reading all its own code right now. That's one thing about the AI, you never know why it goes down certain paths, right? Like, in theory, all I should have done is call the handler for note taking and create a note. But for some reason, it's first going through the code. Maybe it wants to build up more context first before it makes a note. So let's just let it do its thing, see what happens. And that's part of vibe coding, is, you know, just go with the flow. Might have to switch to a different model because it's starting to get pretty slow. Alright, what's it doing now? Changing file. Why is it changing the code? What file did it change? What handler? Make some changes. Oh, I found a bug in its own code base. It made a git commit. I don't like the fact that it used the fixed nodes thingy for its full thing. Where I realized it couldn't do it. Oh, I see. I realized why it couldn't do what it wanted to do. So it's fixing its own code to make it better. Let's see what it changed. Right, you moved from. Oh, I see. You moved from arg objects to just dicts. I'm not sure why. I was going through all of them now and getting rid of the. This used to be these args objects, but it's going back to dicts. Seems a bit weird. Nice, removing all these arg objects and moving to dicts. I'm not sure why. Let's stop this. Cancel. Come on. There you go. Cancel the task. Why was it doing all this stuff? Right. One of the problems is like it doesn't understand. Do I think? Let's look at the to-do handler. To-do handler does use these arc objects, so it should in theory work. Okay, let's remove this migration to ticks and then let's go to node handler again and okay. Please stop touching code. One thing I love about working with AI instead of just writing code straight up is that I know code really well, but I make a lot of typos. And so AI kind of is an automatic typo fixer for me. Okay, it's building up context again by reading all the code. I might want to reduce the spam from MCP tool responses because there's a lot of spam and it's not legible anyway. So maybe I should just remove the response bit from. I might do that after this. Okay, there you go. She created notes. So this should in theory be showing up. There you go. She created a note on herself. Let's see what it means to view a note because she created this new view note thing. There you go. Okay, auto completion doesn't work yet. Oh, she rebooted herself. Yep, alright, Kiki. Can't believe she just rebooted herself. Alright, she created a note, dropped the mic, reboot. But she did write all the code for note taking, right? Like this feature right here didn't exist before this. The ability to create notes. Back? Yes. The ability to view and tag and search notes didn't exist. Oh. Alright, all this was just pure prompting. So please git add building up context again because she restarted. Reading all the code. Not sure why it's reading the to-do code. I mean, we were talking about the note functionality, not the to-do functionality, but okay. Looking at the main. Okay, the Node.js code. That is all code she wrote herself, but because she restarted and because she finished the task, the context is gone, so she has to rebuild all the context. Because I don't put the context she starts out with is the history of this chat window. And then when she goes down, she starts using tools, and the extra tool calls go into context temporarily, but when she comes back here, that thread of thought ends and so does all the context that was built up along the way. So I need to figure out a way to like keep context more reliably, but that seems like a minor thing right now. Read file. I guess it's computing now. It's thinking. It's taking a bit longer. So it's a long video, but it's making changes for some reason. In which file? Node handler. That's one of the things you have to do with AI. You gotta. It's sometimes this works better in client than here. It's like sometimes you have to reel it in because it really goes on a side tangent. Like, why is it making changes to the code and going through everything? I just wanted to make a git commit. But I think this is just prompting and stuff, like making sure to prompt them all. Please follow exactly what that user asks for. Don't go out of the script. Like that seems like a fixable thing. She's starting to take a long time now. It's been half an hour for this feature, which is a bit too much for my taste. Although writing all this code from scratch would have taken much longer. And the thing is, I didn't know group cogs existed, so the fact of it, I know you can have group commands, but I didn't know you could do it this way with your group cogs, so that's like something new to learn, right? That's the thing with AI. Like sometimes it knows more about the code, about some APIs than you do, and so I understand what it's doing, but I wouldn't have known up front that it could do this. Come on, git commit. Client's a bit more forthcoming with git commits, so I think it's a prompting issue. But like I said, I don't have any custom prompts for coding yet. It just whatever's in the chat. There's no extra. There's nothing on top of that. No magical sugar. So it's understandable that it goes a little bit out of its way. It's still making changes to the file. I told it not to. What are the changes it's making? Oh, it's not what I want. It's back to dicts, which is a really bad idea because let's undo this. Okay, let's go back to the previous code I wrote because that was actually better. I don't like what it's doing right now. Get adding the files. I guess I haven't given it the capability of adding more than one file. Get add. See, so we can get add. Doesn't know I can call with multiple files, I guess. Calling get add. All right, it's three more files to go. I even said this, the author is simply Lumina instead of me. That's hilarious. It's restarting itself. Huh. Maybe didn't ask for that, but great. Yeah, we built a whole feature. All this code. Well, I didn't build this. Simply Lumina built this based on me asking for a node feature.